So, coming back from a bike show the other weekend, stopped at the lights, massive cloud of smoke behind me. I thought, ooh, that's interesting. My oil pressure warning light came on, checked, tank was devoid of oil. I've got a couple of minor leaks, which is nothing too concerning. However, I have a sneaking suspicion my valve stems have gone and we're leaking a little bit of oil into the engine. So I think I've got to the point now with this engine where it's going to have to be stripped down and rebuilt anyway. So let's get the head off today and have a look. First thing I'm going to do is a compression test on the cylinders, just sort of see where we are, where we're standing. I can't find anything in the book. To be honest, I haven't looked very hard. The engine compression ratio is 8.5 to 1. Atmospheric pressure is 14.7, so we're looking ballpark for about 126 psi. Right, I've got the plugs out, and as you can see, they're a little bit sooty, both equally as sooty. So again, I think it is pointing towards the valve stems. Getting too old for this crap, aren't I? So what, 110-ish, so a little bit low on number 2. I'll do number 1, we'll see what that's like.
1 minute later.
There we go, number 1 a little bit higher. What's that, about 130? So not horrendous, but not great, because there is a bit of a difference there, but it's coming apart anyway. Right, I'm not going to bore you with me taking carbs off and things. I'll come back when we get into the meat of the strip down.
1 eternity later.
Right, I've just got the carbs off with the balance manifolds. They are full of oil, absolutely stinking in there, which is reinforcing my opinion that it is in fact the valve stem seals that have gone. Getting into the meat of things now. Right, you should really put these top dead centre before you do it. Can't be bothered. Because of my enthusiasm, I got a bit carried away. There you go. So. Right, the top of the valves feel a little bit dented, so I'm going to have to get new valves anyway. Them out. Drop that bit down the bottom of the bloody engine and the tube. Don't matter, it's coming to pieces anyway. The end's fallen off. Yeah, this is a really crap design by Triumph, isn't it? Having them loose in there with the bolts that go on the top. There we go, that's better. Yeah, it's a bit, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, it's a little bit worn, that thread. I'll get some new ones. Now that should be ready to come off, methinks. Let's give it a tap, see what happens. nothing else holding it on, is there? That one says I've done one. It's going slowly. There we go. Right, there's the head. As you can see, a little bit oily. What we'll do, I'll get the cylinder off and then we'll get this stripped down. There's the other end of that push rod dropped. And they've even got the special spanner for the bottom ones. Well worth the investment. Yep. Bloody push rod pins decided to part company with it. Bores look okay actually. Could do with the deglaze. I'm actually quite happy with them. Two, one more, three. Right, as you can see, number one piston is very caked in oil. Sorry, number one is okay, number two is caked in oil. Needs a good clean up. What we'll do later on, I'll get them out and we'll measure the rings and everything. So your cam followers, the exhausts have the oil way on them and the inlets don't. So remember that, because they go in a certain way. The right pot. Rip it. Right, bear with me a sec. Right, brass drift. So nothing can be damaging it. I'll probably end up putting new ones in anyway. There we go. Right, so it's a very claggy. The rings look okay. The oil scraper and everything. That's one from number two. Again, number one. It's looking okay. Can't make out what's written on there. They look like standard pistons. Call it. What do they call it? Go on. Come on, that's a bit tight. Wait. There's the camera. You can see it. There we are. Let's pull a load of swarf out of that. That's not a good sign. Like that. A bit loose loose, but a bit tight at the top end. Okay, make sure that was an inlet. Yeah, make sure you get those the right way round. Oh no. One. I'm going to play that one. Again, there's a bit of a burr on the top of that. Putting the right one. Yeah, that was the right one. There's a bit of a wiggle in that. Right, them inlets. Move them out the way. All mixed up. One, two, that's moving nice and freely, that one. That one doesn't feel too bad. Oh, no, yeah, there's a fair bit of wobble on it actually there. The top of these valves, you can see, they are very slightly recessed. Years of the rockers doing that, they just tapped a big hole in the top of them. So I think we'll go for new valves and new stems. Two. Don't call it done. There it is. Now there's a fair wiggle in that as well. Can hear it. That's a bit too much wiggle in that. I don't know how well this will show up on camera, but I can actually pull big chunks of carbon off of that. I've given everything a quick degrease just so I'm not getting covered in oil and clag while I'm working on bits and pieces. These bores feel alright in the cylinders. I think they'll just get a good clean up and a deglaze. I could tell which was number 2 because there's a nice big build up of carbon there. Yeah, a good deglaze will sort all that out. So that's okay. Also, I did check, that's where the oil gallery is for that exhaust rocker follower feeder, and that is clear, so no oil's getting through that way. I will drive those out. I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to get an oven from somewhere, hopefully Marketplace or eBay, get this cheap second-hand one, just so I can get this nice and hot and do it, and it'll do for other engineering jobs as well, and bits and pieces, and do my Cornish pasties, not the Ginsters ones. And again, that just needs a good clean out in there. And we'll have some new valves, new sleeves, So there we are then, made a start on it. Not looking too bad at the moment. What I might do in the future, once I've got the engine cases stripped down, is get them away for blasting and get them a proper good clean up, get everything ready to go. I'm going to leave it at that for now. The next video I might as well strip out the bottom end of the engine and see how we're doing there. Thanks for watching. Oh, don't tell my missus I'm putting stuff in the airing cupboard to dry. Shh, our little secret.